Want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Week Ahead Show. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Sunday, December the 4th, 2011, 5:20 p.m. Eastern. That's weird to say. How about my Jets, baby? I don't know how they pulled it out. Sanchez still sucks, but we'll take the win. W's a W, baby. But getting into the news, obviously in foreign exchange, we have a little bit of a gap up here. Dollar gapping down, euro gapping up. S&P futures are probably going to gap up, but that's not for another half an hour. Talk of Germany being more flexible, yada, yada, yada. We won't know anything until Friday. I don't believe this rally lasts. I think the euro really reversed on Friday big time. I think we come in more. Could we reverse back to the upside? Sure. But obviously Friday is the big meeting. Friday's it. We got lots of stuff going on before that. But Friday is going to be the big deal. So we look at this dollar index on a weekly basis chart. Certainly a nice reversal. Certainly pretty much took out previous week's low. That's not a good thing. And, you would think we get a little bit of a continuation on that. But I got to tell you, I'm not so sure. And you got to still BOP it. Obviously, if this breaks, we could be talking about down to 76. I don't think that's coming. I think this 78 level will hold. Remember that 10 EMA will catch up if it comes down. So this will drift higher. And I just don't think the markets, everything's not out of the woods. We got the Iranian situation threatening the Straits of Hormuz. And, we look at the S&P. Certainly lost a little ground on Friday. Having a hard time breaking out of this channel line, which I think is going to be a couple of days. I think we do get there. I think the S&P is going to try and break a little higher. I think we get up to the 1310, 1320 zone up here, and then we reverse. So maybe the euro, the summit they're going to have on Friday, good news, stock market gaps up, and then sell. Something like that. But when I look at this S&P, certainly on the daily basis, we got the shooting star. We look at the daily, and we certainly reversed on Friday. I love how Alati said that the correlation is dead. Are you serious? What is he smoking? S&P shooting star. Euro dollar. And the S&P, again, looks like it's coming in. I think we get bearish engulfing. I think we come in at least 10, 15 handles. And then maybe reverse with a turnaround Tuesday, and then we rally into Friday. Again, I'm not looking for the stock market to melt. You know me, I'm a big bear. But I don't think this move, the big gap and ridiculous move is for last week. I don't think we get the same situation tonight. So we look at this euro on daily. That's a reversal candle. Look at the outside candle. I mean, this thing is a dead short. And, of course, if you go home short it, you lose your money right now. What a joke. How do I delete this? So, in looking at this, the daily chart, though, but you look at this. Don't tell me there's no correlation. S&P reversed, euro reversed. Absolute correlation. Intact. Aussie very weak. That's the big correlation one. But we look at this euro dollar weekly chart. Certainly pulled back. And, again, it was on the brink. And every time it's on the brink, we know what happens. Someone comes and saves the day. So the question is, are we going to come in and test this 132 level? Or are we going to go back up to, test 136? I'd say we pull back and then maybe make a run later in the week as the market tries to get a little euphoria over this. Now, this is a big week for data outside the U.S. We got a rate decision out of Australia tomorrow. Oh, baby. So, you look at this weekly chart. They're gapping this thing up. I think this thing sells off. They're going to cut rates in Australia. It's a bloody joke. They're going to rally into a rate cut? Give me a break. No way. I think it's going to be important to see if the RBA is on a cutting binge or it's going to be a one-off. They say 3 months, 6 months, we're going to hold rates. We just want to do this, yada, yada, yada. So the language in the rate cut obviously is going to be important. And I'll tell you, house prices are falling pretty sharply in Australia. So while this weekly does look pretty good, and while I do think we're going to get to this channel line on the weekly, I think the beginning of the week we sell off, maybe middle of the week we rally, and then we sell off again. Oh, baby. Something like that. Or it could be down up. I just don't think this is going to be, I don't think we're going to take this out. But hey, listen, we get bullish engulfing. We take, well, not really bullish engulfing. We get continuation. We take out this high. We're going up. And again, we'll see where the futures open up. But we got a lot of data. Tonight we even have job advertisements for Australia, 7:30. But a lot of data coming out. We do have some U.S. numbers. We got ISM non-manufacturing factory orders tomorrow. London services PMI. So lots of service numbers coming out. Retail sales out of Eurozone. Investor confidence also coming out tonight. Rate decisions all over the place except the U.S., right? We got Bank of Canada, New Zealand, ECB, and they're not even expecting the ECB to cut rates, which I think he's going to. Absolutely. And he's going to set his stamp. Dollar Canada weekly chart, nice reversal, absolutely. But again, I think this channel line holds. That number out of Canada sucked. Bank of Canada, I don't think they're going to do anything, but they're going to really be more dovish, in my opinion. They're not going to talk about raising rates. So I think if this dollar Canada cuts down to here, it's a buy. I don't think we break par. I think we hold. That was a horrendous jobs report on Friday. Horrendous. And again, the one problem you have is the Iranian situation. Oil could explode, right? So there's certainly problems. We look at this a weekly chart. This looks gorgeous. Getting right down to my 134 zone. Shooting star, bearish engulfing. Oh, baby. We certainly could pop. Any pop up to like 137.50 is a sell. Again, I think this thing is busted. I love this trade short. I love Canada. It's a one-off. I'm not saying Canada now is collapsing. I'm just saying they had a bad jobs report. There's got to be some hangover from that report. That is all. Kiwi. I think New Zealand looks good. I like New Zealand better than any of the other currency pairs. Most oversold. High yielder. And Australia's going to cut rates tomorrow, which means Aussie Kiwi should be a dead short. I think we could pop up to like 79 change throughout the course of the week at some point. New Zealand should be a buy on pullback. Maybe we pull back all the way to 76. I don't know. 77 certainly looks like a possibility. But certainly my channel line here, at 79.50, you would think we're going to hit. This Aussie Kiwi. This Aussie freaking Kiwi putting up such a fight. But they're going to be cutting rates. Nice little doji. Arcing a little bit, certainly get down and retest, come down to one of the EMAs. Certainly 129.50. And this thing has had a nice run. Just at one of the Fibonacci levels is 129. So I do believe that's still going to happen. And again, as far as the Canadian, I don't think they're going to, he's going to downgrade the assessment of the economy, not going to be cutting rates, but really the things aren't that great. But a lot of good things have happened. Pound Aussie, I think probably going to come down to 150. Oh, terrible. Bearish engulfing right on the bat. Cable looks terrible. Sterling, let's take a look. Weekly chart. Nice reversal. Couldn't rally. Anytime you get these wicks, you got to be nervous about that. And I think, it doesn't look so bad. But again, that sell-off on Friday was a monster sell-off, in my opinion. You look at the daily charts, they look a lot worse. There's a nice reversal on the daily. Bearish engulfing. I think we continue. How much? I don't know. Obviously a lot depends on the stock market. What is the stock market going to do? But I think we have a lot of numbers coming out this week. I think it's going to be another wild week. Abso-freaking-lutely. And again, try my freaking product, people. 1 week free trial. It doesn't cost you anything. Email me, info@globalfxradio.com. Hello. But I think the U.S. numbers are probably going to continue to be good. jobless claims I'm very curious about on Thursday to see if that continues on the upside. Remember, that Thursday's number was terrible. Canadian Ivy on Tuesday, that's going to be an important number. And I think that, again, all eyes are going to be leading on the ECB and this whole summit on Friday. Heading in, remember, this is going to be Draghi's first. So it's going to be very exciting to see someone else say second round effects. I'm looking forward to making fun of Draghi, as I've always made fun of Trichet. It's always good fun. But man, Trichet was great. I don't know if Draghi's gonna he talk like an Italiano, so it's gonna be very interesting to see the way he says things. Take a look at crude, and you would think crude's going to explode in this Iranian situation. It's not getting any better, people. The rhetoric keeps ratcheting up. Turkey's going to go into Syria. Iran's not going to sit idle by. This is all not good. We are on the precipice, in my opinion, of something blowing up in the Middle East. And I don't know what the United States contingency plan is if Iran blows up a tanker in the Straits of Hormuz. I mean, to think that the U.S. military is really going to be able to stop every missile. The U.S. has been sort of fighting. The U.S. hasn't fought anyone tough. We haven't taken on the best of the Russian military yet. We haven't taken on the best of the Chinese military yet. We've taken on third world countries who buy the crap from the Soviet Union. Only now are the Soviets giving their better tech weapons. These guys get the crap. They don't get the latest and greatest. So, things really could blow up a lot more. And I just can't get over that the Russians really are going to, they continue to back Assad, who's just killing his own people. Terrible. But I think crude's going up. Crude going up. And I'll tell you what, prices at the pump in the U.S. really hovering around $4. Not bad. I wouldn't say that about Iran. I'm talking about our troops and I'm talking about our Navy in the Persian Gulf. I'm not saying they're going to attack American soil. I'm saying they're going to attack our interests. They can take out one of our ships. Can you imagine with the American public how they would react if an American warship was basically half sunk? It'd be the first time in a very long time. USS Coles, right? That wasn't sunk, though. So things, in my opinion, are really on the precipice of blowing up and a possible war. And certainly you'd think soon. And Israel's not going to sit by. They're not. And crude, they're talking 250. 250. Can you imagine? Global economy would go into a free fall. But crude looks like it's going to 105. Easy. If not parabolic, you measure the move. 103. $8 pullback. 111. Bang. Easy. Measure the move, baby. Now, gold is a harder trade. Gold doesn't necessarily react to that kind of story. Gold is more printing money, print. Safe haven flows. But gold doesn't look great to me. And we look at the weekly chart. Looks a lot better. But again, gold would have to take out 1775, this channel line. The 1800, then it's gone. Then jump on board. Train's leaving the station. They might close this gold at 2,000 an ounce for the end of the year rally. Easy. So I'm not saying it won't happen. My dollar yen sucks. I know I made the big call on dollar yen, but you know what? It is turning. And I read a couple of articles over the weekend laughing at me. Not me personally, but the idea that the yen is actually not going to go sideways. We've gone sideways now for 1, 2, 3, 4 months. Something's coming. One man's opinion. But this thing is starting to turn. Should get like a 1-2 week rally. I think it's coming. Absolutely. No doubt. Oh, babe. Dollar Swiss. A little bit of a hanging man here. S&P talking about even raising their number again, intervening even more. I mean, give me a break. Joke. What else am I missing? What else? Sterling yen? A little bit of reversal, but I like it. I think it turned. If dollar yen's going to make a move and euro sterling is going to go down, this baby flies like the wind. Like the wind. Remember what I said? If euro sterling's going down and dollar yen's going up, pound yen to the moon, Alice. Fly me to the freaking moon. What else? What else do we need? I think that's it. All right, people, again, this should be a big week. Remember, don't forget to check for my twits, Voice of Forex, on Twitter, on YouTube, and on Facebook. Hello. Check out my Facebook fan page, Voice of Forex, and check out my twits. I don't send that many, but there's some of them pretty good. All right, everyone. Team, check for my twits. Andrew Spanton, Global Markets Radio, the only voice you will ever need who truly loves to make you money. So try my product, would you? Try my product. I don't care. I'm a trader. I do. Yeah, the subscriptions are good, but I can't eat off that. Oh, baby. Should be an interesting night. Again, the S&Ps are going to be gapping up. If they don't gap up, look for the Aussie to melt. Look for everything to start selling off sharply, euro included. And I think we get continuation tonight as into the euro weakness. I think it was a major reversal on Friday. Merkel didn't do as much as the market's telling us right now. And I think this is just early. Oh, baby. Who's got your back? And you can also friend request me at andrew.spanton on Facebook. But this euro, when we look at this reversal on Friday, significant. And I think we can easily come down to this channel line here. Easy tonight. That's 133. That's my target for tonight. Oh, baby. Aussie, my target for tonight. Hourly chart. We're going to reverse this, hit this hard. Easily test 101.50. That was that low. That should be easy. All right, people. Have a good night. Adios. Jets. Jets, Jets, Jets. Going to the game next week, so don't look for a late video.